Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Rangers Review Transfer Special. We're spoiling you today. I'm Derek Clark, and I'm delighted to say we're joined on the line by the leading Belgian football journalist, Sacha Tavolieri. Sacha, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, too, for the invitation. I'm glad to be here.
Now, Sacha, you've sent the Rangers supporters into a bit of a frenzy on social media because, of course, a lot of excitement regarding the possibility of Nicolas Raskin joining Rangers from Standard Liège. Can you give us an update on how that transfer is looking just now? What is the latest?
Okay, for the moment, so the player side and the club, so Rangers had an agreement that is done, so everything is okay in the player side. We can confirm this, and in the next hours, we can say not precisely which hour of which day, but in the next hour that will come, the Rangers will go to Standard directly to find an agreement, so that they can get in touch with the direction of Standard Liège and let the player goes maybe with a little transfer amount, so that everyone can be pleased of the transfer, and so that also Nicolas could play, because I think this was his real priority. He really wanted to play, and so his objective was to be ready for his new club after this transfer window.
Yeah, wow, okay. A lot of Rangers fans maybe unfamiliar with Nicolas Raskin. I know that he came up against Rangers in the Europa League a couple of seasons ago, Sacha. What type of player is he? What can Rangers fans expect?
It's really interesting because he is really convening perfectly to the right midfielder of what we think about what can be and what should be a midfielder at the Rangers. He has that possibility to make a. He's I don't know how to say in English, but he has this ability to never wait, or he goes directly on his adversary, his opponents, and he wants to keep the ball directly and play the quickest as possible, in terms of vertical, so straight to him. And he has also this ability to keep the ball, recuperate the ball, and go directly to his teammates. So this is the most important thing for Nicolas Raskin, that I think you will love, is that he doesn't wait or work with a play of game, really lateral. He's playing straight away and going to the goal in the quickest way possible, and he think about, okay, how to make a pass that could directly help the team to make a step further in the pitch. And this is really what he does the best. He is, of course, a fighter on the pitch. He is ready to make the war. He's ready to keep all the ball as possible, and to help the team as he can. He loves to making tackles, so I think you will love it in that terms. Yes, he don't hesitate to work for his teammates. He has a sort of knowing that how to proceed with the team as a collective, and that's why I think that also the supporters will love him, because he will make the work, going to the defense, working for the teammates, going straight with the strikers, or with the players that play below him or above him, and that is really, really impressive.
Yeah, fantastic. Lots of comments coming in, Sacha. I'll get to some of them. I'll put them to you. DMAC said what was his best qualities. You touched on that there. James Strachan getting in touch here. Hi, chap. Sacha, what do you think was the issue at his club at the moment? Does his teammates like him? He's not played for Standard Liège for some time. Is that contract issue?
Yes, I think it was a really a problem of contract. As you know that the new owners of Standard Liège are Americans, and they keep the situation as they were. So they try to negotiate to make a new contract to Nicolas Raskin, but it doesn't happen. Nicolas Raskin was able and okay for making some signs and some step forward to sign a new contract, but Standard doesn't give what he expects. So they couldn't agree,
Yeah,
and finally then they didn't find an agreement because Raskin wanted to leave the club, but at certain conditions, and he wanted that the Standard be pleased with this, so with the release clause and something like this. But they never get an agreement. So finally they decided, after not getting this agreement, to let the player a bit beside the team,
yeah,
because they didn't want to make his value increasing, and it could be understandable as a club. If you don't count on a player, or if you think the player will not be in the project anymore, it's quite logic that you don't want him to play, because he was also thinking about leaving 6 months ago. So it was something that wait, and make
yeah,
everyone waiting. So it was a bit frustrating for the supporters of Standard, a situation that was really difficult to live. Really, really frustrating also for the player, because he couldn't communicate how he wants, and I think also there was something that he did that he wouldn't do in the future as a communication and something. So there was a bit a sort of confusion into this case and into this situation. But
yeah,
to relieve the last question about his quality, and
yeah,
something that I didn't mention is his long pass. This is my favorite quality of Nicolas Raskin. He has a long pass that's quite impressive. So he can see a bit, I don't know, 20 meters or 25 meters long, where are the player available and free in the pitch, and he gave this pass really quickly without thinking a lot, and this is for me my most impressive quality of the player.
yeah. Wow. Okay. This is an interesting point, Sasha. It says Alan, according to reports, it looked like he was going to France 2 months ago. What changed? What was there clubs in France that were interested in Nicolas at that point? No.
No, no, no. I think it was, of course, some interested club.
Mm.
I think this supported his meaning about the Toulouse interest
Yeah.
of the player, but Toulouse gets in contact with the player. I think he spoke with the coach and something like this. It was he gets a good relationship with the coach of Toulouse, because he was the ex-coach of Standard.
Yeah.
So he knows the player, and of course there were a discussion, but it never goes to something concrete. And also, I don't think it was the favorite destination of the player, which was and is the Rangers since 6 months ago.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. And this point, Ronnie Dyler, of course, a standard manager, he says rates him very highly. Mentioned that he could have made the Belgium squad for the World Cup. A very exciting deal, this for Rangers. And DMAC, Sasha says, is he close to making the Belgium national team? I know he played for under 21s, close to the senior side, Sasha.
That's difficult to say, to be honest, because there is a lot of concurrence to the national team. And to
Yeah,
be really objective, we cannot say for the moment that he's ready for it, because he didn't play for some months ago, and he didn't perform with a big club. And this is not the situation that gets all the big international players for the moment. You can see about Amadou Onana with Everton. You can see with
yeah,
Matazzo also with Monaco, Vranks. There are players that are, in terms of potential, Raska has nothing to be jealous on them, So he can go, but he doesn't play. So there is I think some time for him to get up and get his best level as a player,
yeah,
and also to show to everyone that he is at the same level that his concurrent, and so he will be, of course, able Belgium national team. But we need to see that Nicolas Raskin has this level and will show it. I'm sure he will show it, but for the moment, he doesn't give the material, to give to the Belgium national team a reason to select him by the first team. But he is with the under 21. He will play the Euro under 21. So this is information that could interest you, and he will show, I think, a good things. So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I right in thinking, is it Thomas Buffel? Is it the manager of the under 21s? Is that right?
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, former Rangers player, of course. Bob says he looks a quality player, but does he have the right attitude? What is his attitude like, Sacha? Is he a good player in terms of his mentality?
Yes. The attitude is quite subjective, because this is we are talking about a player that that knows his quality, that doesn't is that it is he's not afraid about saying where he is good, what he can do good, and how good he is, and he has a confidence, and
Yeah.
that's really really important. That's true. But I
Yeah.
don't think that in a team as Rangers that will be a problem, because when you goes into this kind of historical club, you face with people that have already won titles, that have already making things in their career, that are older than you, and you have first of all to insert yourself into the collective, and
Yeah.
this will be, I think, the first mission of Nicolas. Be good into this team, be good into the collective, answer with all what Bale will tell him, and be good when he receive his chance. And
Yeah.
this will be the key. But I don't, to be honest, I don't have doubts, because I know how the standard public and audience can be really hot in the stadium, and I imagine what could be the same with the Rangers. That is
Yeah.
tough. It's
Yeah.
just impressive, and this is something that make his level increasing. He is something really emotional player.
Yeah.
He's a sensitive player, and that kind of details can make him another player. So
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
Yeah. Are Standard fans sad to see him go, Sacha?
Uh, so I think that they are sad because they wanted to be really objective. They wanted to have another issue and another way to
Yeah.
make the player leaving, because he is not living in good terms.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yeah.
situation with the supporter is not quite good. So there are some questions, of course, that are posing the supporters of and asking the supporters of Standard. So it's not the best, but I'm sure that if they love, because the player, because he came from the academy. He's a
Yeah.
young player from Liège,
Yeah.
and there is not a lot of young players from Standard Liège that are going to do what he's going to do. So there is a sort of proudness, and then of course a bit of frustrating, a
Yeah.
bit of frustration. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, Sacha, I think that'll do there. Thank you very much for your time. Just an update then, the moving ever closer. If people want to keep up to date with the latest regarding Nicolas Raskin and a potential move to Rangers, how can they find you on social media, Sacha?
Yes, so all the details are to be found in my Twitter, and my Twitter is at Sacha Tavolieri, SachaTavoliere, and you will find it quite logically in Twitter with all the news about Raskin. So we treat it and we worked on it since last week, so all the details are in it.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time again, and all the best going forward. Folks, he is the man to follow for the latest on Nicolas Raskin. We'll be back a little later on. Todd Cantwell's press conference takes place later, so we'll bring you all the fallout from that. But it's a bye for now. Thank you, Sacha, and bye, everyone.